What's good? See if we can catch some people on this quick little lunch break I'm about to take. Hope all is well. Wait for a little while time. See if we can get some people, get a couple people in here. We got two people in the house. Let me know who you are. Just wondering who people think Deontay Wilder should face next. I don't think that this Deontay Wilder. What's good, Carl Burrell? How you feeling, man? Just gonna try to do a little quick one right now, man. What's good with you? I was just thinking, since we pretty much know that Joshua is not going to be fighting uh, Wilder next, and more than likely, yeah, Edward Brown lunchtime, man. Little is a little after lunchtime. What's going on, Patrick Scott? What's good, Chi-Town Guru? What's going on, my man? Just doing a quick one over lunchtime. So who should Deontay Wilder fight next? Who should Golovkin fight next? The Golovkin Canelo fight is pretty much just a wrap, dog. Um, Black man, what's good? DJ Dub 20 Texas. What's good, man? He said Black man said he should face Big Baby Miller. I would love to see that. I would like to see that over a actually before a God, what's his name? Dominic Brazil. I think that would be a fun fight to watch. I would agree. I'd like that fight. What about Canelo? What about Golovkin? Curtis Anderson, what's going on, my man? Carborough said, if not, Joshua needs to whoop Brazil or Povetkin. Well, it seems like looks like Dillian White is going to try to go after Povetkin because he doesn't look like he wants to take up Anthony. He doesn't want to take Deontay Wilder up on his offer to go ahead and get in there with Victor Ortiz and then get a shot after that. You know what I mean? Hey, thanks, Chi-Town Guru, man. I appreciate that. Edward Brown, let me email my link to you. That's cool. There you go. Your new channel link. You can just put it in the comment section, man. That's the quickest way to do that, or let me know the name of your channel. If it's Edward Brown channel or what have you. That's the quickest way to get that. But here, I'll put it in there. Actually, I know some people. I owe some people some emails. Oh, Ash kicking an email. I know I owe Mr. Powell an email. God, what is it? It was Edward Brown. Okay, sorry about that. Let me get this. There you go, Edward Brown. It has been posted. After Miller fight White, then get 50-50 with Joshua. I mean, honestly, man, I don't know. I don't know really. It's tough on that purse split stuff. Because I definitely see where Anthony Joshua's coming from if it's in the UK. But really, I think they'd make more money in the United States. So, I think it just depends on when they have it. But I don't really believe. I just don't really believe that that they're looking to make that fight. Mohammed Megwinown said Wilder should fight Povetkin. Yeah, Povetkin need to come up off that $4 million first, though. That's the thing with Povetkin. Because Povetkin's as of right now, Povetkin's camp still owes Deontay Wilder that $4 million that's in escrow. What's going on, Mark Blake? Curtis Sanders says for 9, GGG versus Andre. Yeah, I'd like to see that. No doubt. I would like to see that fight. That would be a good one. I would also take a Jermell Charlo rematch. Not Jermell Charlo, excuse me, a Danny Jacobs rematch. The guy that I would like to see in there is Jermall Charlo. And if they're not, now see, the interesting thing is going to be what the WBC is going to do if Gennady Golovkin takes another fight, right, on May 5th. Is he going? They should just. I think. See, the bad thing is they've already ordered. That's how Jermall Charlo's kind of getting screwed in this, because if he doesn't fight Canelo, then Gennady Golovkin should have to face his mandatory. Yeah, exactly. Triple G, Jermall Charlo is his mandatory. Yeah. Now, see, the thing though is that Jermall Charlo has a fight already scheduled, where the winner of that is supposed to become the champion if Gennady Golovkin doesn't face him. So, the most fair person to have the fight Gennady Golovkin would be his mandatory. And I'd be interested to see what the WBC does with that. But what's going on, 1-2? How you feeling, my lady? But the thing is that I just don't know if the WBA would be willing to, to risk that Gennady Golovkin Canelo Alvarez fight, because they really did seem very keen on it. I know that they were supporting Canelo Alvarez, still support Canelo Alvarez, so they might they might not try to force Gennady Golovkin into doing anything that he doesn't want to do in order to still see that fight. If after they find out how long the suspension, if there's a suspension, and how long the suspension would be for Canelo Alvarez. Jose Vaca Jr., realistically, can another top middleweight be ready May 5th at such short notice? What's the date of today? Oh, that's a month. That's time. Not unless you got somebody that's already in training camp, like Charlo. Charlo's already in training camp, and I think he was getting ready to fight in April. So if they wanted to hold off that April fight, if they wanted to hold off the fight that's like the second week of April, I think that's when the Gervonta Davis, Adrian Bronner card is that Jamal Charlo got moved to. Then he could probably just go, slack off his training camp and then still be ready a month later, 1-2, I'm crazy as a beg bud, brother. That's how, yeah. Join the crowd, dog. Join the crowd. I am definitely crazy as a bed bug. Dr. J-Dub 20 TX says, I would love to see him face and knock out Alexander Povetkin if he can stay clean. Yeah, I mean, I think he's already, I don't want to see, that's kind of a, all right, just to see the fights that I want to see, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Povetkin, but Povetkin got to come up off that money first. You know what I mean? He's got to come up off that money first. That if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'm like, even before I think about Povetkin. But more than likely, Povetkin's not going to fight Deontay Wilder because Anthony Povetkin is going to want to fight Anthony Joshua. Curtis Anderson said for 9, Lara Hurd can't wait till Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be lit, man. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to start making videos probably tomorrow about it. I'm still coming down off my heavyweight month high. You know what I mean? Dark Truth, what's going on, man? What's going on? Edward Brown, for 9, all GGG's options are harder than a juiced up Canelo. Yeah, he got nowhere to run. That's for sure, man. That ain't no joke, because Billy Joe Saunders is hard. Danny Jacobs is hard. Jamal Charlo is hard. I mean, he could do David Lemieux. He could see if David Lemieux might be ready. I know he can see if Lemieux wants to jump up in there, man. Give Golden Boy a payday real quick. But the thing is, Cinco de Mayo, man, I know somebody else is like, wow, licking their chops at that date. You know what I mean? Like, Fanon, 1-2 said Fanon Povetkin got a billionaire backing him up. Yeah, he can have him backing him up. Still, do need to pay that money, dog. Oh, Billy Joe Saunders is injured. Sarah P. McOliver said, yeah, that's right. I do recall something him saying about that. Yeah, hit the like button. Oh, we got 50 people in the building for the lunchtime live stream. Got 13 likes, no dislikes. Wow. I'm shocked. Come on, man. One of you guys out there don't like me. I know that's the truth. I know that's true. GGG should go for Saunders. That's Hallie. What's going on, Haplotype? Yeah, but just like Sarah P. McOliver just said, Billy Joe Saunders is injured. And I do remember something about them saying that he wouldn't be ready for that. So, there you go. And I think Billy Joe Saunders wants the big money. The big money used to be with Canelo, but we'll see what that's about now. The Black Banter. Demetrius Andrade. Yeah, Demetrius Andrade might be harder than Canelo too. Because Boo Boo can fight, man. But then he did say he'd be available for it too. So, that could happen. That could happen. 1-2. Yes, I agree for 9. What I meant was they usually win the purse bid. Right. Yeah. Yeah, they can win the purse bid, but this isn't a mandatory 1-2. So since it's not a mandatory, it's not a scenario where they will have a purse bid. This will just be a voluntary. But even with the Anthony Joshua purse bid thing, they figured, I think they said that they would find a way to make sure it's in the UK and not in Russia. Even though if I was that billionaire dude, I wouldn't play that. I'd be like, hey, nah. Bring your ass, throw it to a mandatory, and I'm about to bring you over here to Russia. Yeah, I'm about to bring you straight over here to Russia and outbid him. Yeah, I'll pay Joshua whatever it is or give up that belt. MP4 Vids, what's happening? Andre, like you said, is like a pure nightmare. Yeah, man, because he's southpaw. I think he can switch. I'm pretty sure he's a southpaw, straight up southpaw, right? Yeah, man, fast hands, good boxer, can punch too. MP4 says, stay out of Russia. That's what I'm saying, though. But here, MP, if Povetkin becomes the mandatory and they win the purse bid, that means that either Joshua's got to drop his belt or they've either got to win the purse bid or Joshua's got to drop his belt. Or Joshua's got to drop his belt. They got to have to offer that dude a bunch of money. Take him on over there to Europe. Take him over there to take him on over there to Russia and make Anthony Joshua get, hey man, because seriously, that home cooking over there in UK looking something serious, man. Aaron Smith says Povetkin versus White is next. Yeah, I've heard that. That would be crazy if Povetkin beat White. That would be real funny, man. But like I said, man, I'm not liking that activity over there out of the refs. The refs primarily, the judges secondarily. They got some funny business going on over there, man. Anonymous said, I can't wait to see Wilder smash out AJ. You're going to wait a while, man. You're going to have to wait. Because I don't think this dude's trying to make that happen anytime soon. And just to talk about the money and being tired of overpaying, they're not going to overpay. They don't want to overpay Wilder. Right. So, what does that mean? What up for now? What's going on, Deep South Boxing Talk? What up for now? Wilder and Brazil should fight. They got beef. GGG and Billy Joe Saunders sounds good to me. Deep South, just like gosh, man, I forgot her name already, but I will. I refuse not to go up here and look and make sure that I say them. I'm not going to forget your name, Sarah McOliver. Like Sarah McOliver. Got to go back up again because I got tongue twisted. Sarah McOliver said that reminded me that Billy Joe Saunders is injured, so he's not going to be available for that. But Wilder and Brazil should fight. That would be cool. I'd rather see Big Baby Miller, and I'd rather see Big Baby Miller versus Deontay Wilder. Because I like Big Baby. When Big Baby ain't talking a bunch of smack, dog, I like him. when he ain't out there dogging Wilder, I like him. I think he's a good character, man. He seems like he's a nice guy, and I would really like to see the fight. I think he might be able to go the distance if he don't get, he might be able to go the distance. So I think that'd be a good fight. MP4 Viz says some of the refs over in Europe can be straight suspect, more obvious in bending the rules as opposed to refs back here in the United States. Yeah, what they did in that, as far as him not allowing Joseph Parker to fight on the inside and just breaking it up as soon as he got near him. It's like, that's just a little much, man. That was I didn't understand. I don't understand why you break people up that aren't clinched. You know what I mean? Like, you're standing too close to each other, back up. That just doesn't seem right to me, man. Aaron, maybe they have mentioned something about bonus somewhere, and yes, boxing is the dodgiest sport of all. Look, he's saying, when he said bonus, and what's going on, heavy hitter? Boo Boo versus Andrade, who wins? Boo Boo Andrade wins. Can't fight himself, Tay. Can't fight yourself. Heavy hitter, what's good? Dana Jones, what's up? He said, for now, Wilder done sent Big Baby to the hospital once. Hey, send him twice. Send him twice, but send him with a paycheck the next time, dog. Send him with a paycheck. I think Deontay Wilder deserves a soft touch this next fight, man. He just beat Luis Ortiz. He beat his mandatory, and he beat the toughest guy in the division. Probably the toughest non-belt holder in all of boxing. Anthony Joshua's a for real hole calling out Wilder, making it like Deontay don't want the fight. Yeah, I mean, he's talking money. That's what he's doing. I have to believe if I listen to what he's saying and I try to take it, Impy said that's fair for Wilder. Yeah, he should get one. I mean, dang, he just took care of a mandatory, took care of Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? But as far as God doggone, Anthony Joshua was saying about the money, he's like he wants to be. Honestly, man, I try to justify it for him. It's really hard, man. What's going on, Greg White? He said, Charles Hunter reporting to duty. What's good? Corey Lee Bison, what's good? He said, what's phenomenal? What's up? Hope all is well, my brother. Everything is good, man. Just doing a quick lunchtime live stream. Not going to stay on here for too long, but just wanted to make sure I got it in today. I might do one later. I got a lot of practices and I got work and practices to do later. Jared Hunter, it was Kell Brook. Now it's another easy work guy in Joshua. Yo, do you think Kell Brook wasn't taking tough competition? AJ wants more money than glory, and I will never respect Anthony Joshua. I mean, he lost a lot of respect for me when he talked about freezing out and not letting him in the ring. Before that, I was still kind of on the fence, you know, I was still kind of on the fence. But once you start saying that you're not going to let somebody face off with you in the ring, and once you start saying things like if he doesn't act like he's got sense, you know, you're gonna freeze him out. Stuff like that is just, I mean, that's just over the top, man. And once you get over the top, I can't ride with you, man. I can't ride with you. And I mean, other people can have their own viewpoints of how you talk about boxing, right? But I just don't believe in life that you can that anybody is straight down the middle. Like you're just, I'm gonna look at it from this guy's point of view, then I'm gonna look at it from this point of view, and then that's it. I'm gonna give you my opinion. Hey, Gregory Wyatt, I hit you up. I'm gonna give you my opinion. And my opinion before was it was a 50-50 fight. I don't know who would win between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. And I still can't say for sure that I know who's going to win. But I've been reading all the articles. I've listened to all the interviews. I've heard in detail, you know, to the extent that you can get detail on the interviews that they give, right? I paid all attention to all of that. All of it. From Shelley Finkel to Lou DiBella to Deontay Wilder, to Eddie Hearn, to Anthony Joshua, to Barry Hearn. I've listened to all of them. And I've listened to everything, pretty much everything they've all said. And when I listen to that, that's what's up, 1-2. That's all right. Yeah, when I listen to that, I agree with Deontay Wilder. Because they're consistent. And I've not caught them in a lie. Now, the things where I could say Deontay Wilder, the only issue that I say that I would have with Deontay Wilder in what he's done trying to get this fight is when he did say he wants it 50-50, he wants it 60-40 or whatever. And if you just oppose that to Anthony Joshua's statement, which was in that whole after that press conference, is that, you know, maybe I should come to the United States, sit down with Shelley Finkel, sit down with Al Heyman, and go through the numbers and talk about what the numbers are behind closed doors and not do that out in public, right? Do that confidentially, not out in public. When you compare those two statements with each other, right, that makes sense because that is a valid thing that Anthony Joshua can say about something Deontay Wilder said. After that, it's a complete whitewash as far as the argument goes. Because Eddie Hearn said that they've not been in contact with him. When Shelley Finkel says and shows emails saying, yes, I have. When when the boxing voice has all three of them on their interview, and you have Shelly Finkel call in and say, "You're not telling the truth, Eddie." I mean, there's actually video on YouTube of them all all three of them speaking. Eddie Hearn, Shelly Finkel, Deontay Wilder. And Eddie Hearn's Shelly Finkel is talking to him. So it's like, Eddie, you just believe Eddie Hearn's not telling the truth. So that's why it was very difficult for me to ride with Anthony Joshua, because of that. MP4, Hearns will use White to fight Povetkin as a litmus test. I feel White has a good chance based on styles, but Povetkin can surprise you if you're not careful. Yeah, man, no doubt about it. Because he dang sure just clipped dude. Yeah, and the pressure's on, man. Gregory Wyatt, Fanon, we all understood that Hearn and company are full of ish and don't want that beat down. Yeah, man. I mean, Eddie Hearn is he just is not an honest dude. So it's really hard for me. It's really hard for me to side with Anthony Joshua, because he's speaking for Anthony Joshua. Now, if Deontay Wilder's promoter was Bob Arum, then I wouldn't know what was going on. And then I'd be like, oh, shit, which one of these lying son of a guns are lying the hardest? All right, because I don't know which one of these are lying. Because somebody lying, probably neither one of them want to fight if it wasn't happening. You know what I mean? If it was that type of situation, I might feel that way. But when you have Ludabella, and I have not heard bad things about Ludabella. I mean, I've met Ludabella. Ludabella seems like he seems like a nice guy, respectable guy. And I know shit. I met Jim Lamplin. He seems like that. And that's not saying everything. But, when Ludabella isn't getting into the mix and he's like, look, man, this dude's a juvenile and he's not serious about making a fight. I mean, what else you want? We'll make the fight. We want the fight. You know what I mean? And he's not, and I've not caught him lying. I mean, how can I go with this dude? Boxing Scholar says the ref was like the homie that gets in between two friends that are about to fight. Y'all supposed to be brothers. Yeah, man, that was just real bad, dude. Oh, Xavier M say you can't be a boxing promoter and be honest, Abe, at the same time you fail hard. I don't think that's true, man. I don't think that's true. I don't think that you have to be a liar. I think you can I think if you're not going to exaggerate, right, and you're not going to talk up and try to sell something, I think you'll have a hard time promoting if you're not willing to promote. If you're not willing to say things like your fighter's the best fighter in the world and all of that. But if you just lying, like, nah, this dude called me, he never called. I mean, you can put yourself in situations where you don't have to tell a lie. You know what I mean? You can just shut up and start talking about something different. I haven't heard, I mean, you might not be the richest dude in the world, but it is what it is. I think you can get through life without being in any capacity, without being a bold-faced liar. Even if that means you got to be silent, you might not have to tell the truth, which means you're not going to let the bad things fly out of your mouth. But that doesn't mean you got to purposely lie, say things that are not true in an attempt to mislead people. You know what I mean? You might want to say something in an excited way or in a grandiose way to make somebody excited about something. But I'm not a promoter. That's just my take. I mean, and there's promoters I would say that I have not heard just flat out lying. You know what I mean? Like just lying. Even Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, I'm having a hard time thinking of times when Oscar De La Hoya just lied. You know what I mean? Just flat out lied. Ty D, you're a lawyer, laugh my ass off. Yeah. What's the joke? Don't time out Ty D. What's the joke? What's the joke? And I'll wait on you. What's funny? I'll wait. What's going on, man? What's going on? Carol, Cal Lopez, what's good, man? And I'm waiting on you, dude, with that because I keep hearing that shit, man. Like, why the fuck are you important enough for me to lie? Up to you, you ain't important enough for me to lie to. And most of you people don't even know. Most of you people don't even know what lawyers do. All lawyers are, all they do is read rules. That's all they are. They're advocates. They're advocates and they understand how to read and apply rules to facts. That's it. That doesn't mean you got a 900 IQ. It doesn't mean that you're a dirty, dishonest person. It doesn't mean that everything that you say makes sense. You know what I mean? All it means is that you're trained in a way of thinking and you received an education that surrounds resolving issues by applying rules. That's all that means. Don't joke, Ty D. I mean, I'm kidding. You said you don't have to lie your way through life. Calm down. It's a joke. No, it was an insult to me. I wasn't joking with you. You're not the first person to say that, and I get sick of it. No, and lawyers don't lie their way through their life. That's a misconception. I don't think lawyers don't lie any more than anybody else does, man. It's just that's the perception because you have to be an advocate. And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it sucks that you have to work for the state and you know damn well that this kid might not necessarily have deserve all the time he's going to get. But because you have to be the one that tries the case, you got to figure out how you can get this you have to do your job and you have to hope that the defense does their job. I mean, you think it's a funny joke. I don't find it a funny joke, man. Gilberto Ramirez accepts GGG's offer according to Ego. If true, oh my God, he's going to be drained at 160. I don't care. He'll beat the tar out of Gennady Golovkin. Gennady, if Gilberto Ramirez, why would Gilberto Ramirez get a shot at all those belts? I guess he is the belt holder up there at a weight division ahead, but you know. Fanon, are you a court appointed lawyer? No, attorney. No, I'm not. I don't do criminal law. But those are the people that people think are snakes. I'm like, dude, you're just an advocate, man. You're doing your job. You do the job of the cat that hires you. That's what your job is. You got to do your job. You know what I mean? That would be like making fun of lawyers to me is like you make fun of people that go to like somebody that's in the army that goes to Kuwait and they might not have any issue with what's going on there, but they go. Ty D, it's not just you. It's not just you. But you just, I mean, it's like you can't get jumping in the face of an Army veteran. I mean, they're not going to take that as a joke. If you start talking about, how many people you kill? How many people did you kill? They didn't do shit to you. Why are you killing them people? You must be a heathen. You a sellout. Come on, man. To a dude that had to go trying to get a college education, couldn't have got to college any other way, joins the military, winds up going there and gets put in a situation that, you know, some things I don't find funny, man. And I'm just gonna be true. I don't find them funny. If Deontay punched the floor, the world would end. Oh, you're funny. All right. Sorry, man, but I had to go off on that. But I didn't throw you out for that, though. But just understand, man, you joke with people. Sometimes people not gonna find your jokes very funny, dog. Wilder is talking about his mental state. Jekyll and Hyde thinking it means it in the ring, not out. Oh, no doubt, man. If you talking about all that stuff that was going on with him saying he was talking about an alter ego and he's selling the fight, dog. Jeff Fanon, he was saying the lawyers lie for a living and you were advocating against people lying. I understood what he's saying, but that's not true about lawyers. They don't lie for a living. You're not going to find any lawyer that gets paid for walking down the street lying to people. People get pissed off because somebody might hire a lawyer that might do you wrong, but the lawyer's just the dog. They're just the dog. Talk to the people that paid for the dog. They're just the water hose, man. They're doing their job. I got a good friend I was talking to, and I'm gonna tell you why. Somebody's like, I got a good dude I went to school with that works for the state. He's a lobbyist for the state, right? He's a lobbyist. He used to be, and he writes legislations for the travel lobby, right? And I was like, and I know this dude. And I'm like, dang, so what are you doing now? He's like, I write, I'm lobbying for, I was like, and I played for a second. I was like, oh, got it. So you're doing like emissions laws. You're adding to global warming, right? And man, this dude got a stone cold look on his face and was like, look, man, I'm just, I got to do what my customer, I got to feed myself, man. And I know the dude, it kills this dude every day. When he has to write something that talks about, deregulating, environmental agencies in order to, which at the end of the day might add to poison in the world or whatever the hell you do, they've got to work, man. Just like everybody, man, we're all cogs in the wheel. You know what I mean? But they're not lawyers that are just running down the street lying, man. That's just a terrible label on the profession. And it's not true because some of the lawyers save people. For every law that you have that you think needs to be justified and needs to be adhered to, there's a lawyer that helped write that. The whole Brown versus Board of Education, that's a bunch of lawyers that went around risking their lives down south during the times where people were getting lynched. And they're going around trying cases in little backwood towns in Alabama in order to set the precedent necessary for the other for the cases, like the major civil rights cases like Brown versus Board of Education and those to be won. They couldn't have won those unless there's a bunch of lawyers risking their lives. So when I'm saying that, man, just okay, tell that to Spotswood Robinson. Spotwoods Robinson is a lawyer. Charles Hamilton Houston's a lawyer. These guys, every lawyer you got over there acting crazy, you got another lawyer on the other side of that aisle trying to get it right. And that's true. Every time time the state's attorney is out there trying to put somebody in jail that isn't supposed to be going to jail, more likely than not, there's a lawyer on the other side trying to keep him out of jail. And I'll do that on my live stream. So fuck it. I'll just tell you the truth, man. I feel the same way, man. It's like cats are soldiers, dude. He said, let's get back to boxing. Yeah, all right, no worries. The prosecutor, the problem, F the lawyer. Yeah, the prosecutor is a problem. If they, but there's all kind of stuff to that. Anyway, man. Hey, Mr. Mine, I'm sorry, man. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Shout out in the super chat. All right, I'm back to boxing, dog. Real champs fight real champs. Yep. Now, what is this thing? Now, I didn't see this report. Rashawn McCloud said, Fanon, big props for keeping it real. Hey, no worries, man. I'm going to tell you what I think. Peter Freshkabar, what's going on with you, man? What's going on? Lopez, there are good and bad lawyers. My boy defends bad people. Do that they can help. Oh, he can help poor people pro bono. Yeah, and they do a lot of pro bono work too. To Robinson, what's good, my man? What's good, my man? I'm chilling. Aaron Smith, he mentioned an Ortiz rematch and AJ gonna duck, but who should Deontay fight next? I don't know, man. I'd take Adam Konecki. I wouldn't mind seeing Adam Konecki. We'll see. I read an article where this guy said that Deontay Wilder was the 4th best heavyweight in America. and that Adam Kornacki was better than him, or maybe not just yet, but pretty soon, Adam Kornacki is going to be better than Deontay Wilder, and that Brazil is better than Deontay Wilder. And God, who was the other one? I think the other one was Gerald Miller. Yeah, Gerald Miller. They are all better than Deontay Wilder. Oh, you need a good entertainment lawyer. Man, hit me up, man. I know there's if you in New York, man, I know some cats in New York. Denard Reed, damn, the hate is real. What's yeah, hate is real, man. Oh, yeah, you talking about that? Yeah, man. Dude, I was like, are you kidding me? What? They were like, Deontay Wilder is the article. Deontay Wilder is not the best American heavyweight. And they said that he bluffed his way. He bluffed his way to the heavyweight championship. Bluffed his way. Like, how do you bluff 39 knockouts? How do you bluff that, dog? They would have to be the guys getting knocked out bluffing. Like, dog, dudes. I was like, wow. And I looked up his resume. I looked up like who he was. I was like, oh, this dude writes boxing articles part-time. You know, kind of like me, part-time article, right? But it's like you think some guys are in you know, I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes I used to think that the people like confuse media with experts, you know? Like I give you my opinion. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm just telling you what I think. And you can agree with what I have to say or disagree with what I have to say. Yeah, you can agree or you can disagree. You know, it's my opinion. But when people start acting like they, you know, sometimes you just think these dudes really know what they're talking about, and they really don't. You know what I mean? You can really find better educated opinions on like this live stream. Cats like the truth be laid it out on the channel, man. I'll take Ronald Finkel's opinion and Antonio McRae's and Greg Wyatt's opinion over some of these dudes, most of these dudes, any day of the week. Because you're going to say what you feel, man. Ty Lazy, for now, never mind them idiots. Never put a pair of gloves, and their criteria for ranking is their biased ass opinions based off motherfucking expired cereal boxes with a Scooby-Doo toy. Oh, dog, you clowning, man. You clowning. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Yeah. But I mean, I didn't take him serious. I was just more like, hey, man. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. I bet you Adam Kornacki wouldn't say that. But there was a channel too that I respected. Man, I like this guy. It's actually, god dang. It was actually, you know, it was actually a channel that I was referred to that kind of got hot on the LDBC. And I think the dude's statement was cool. I'm not gonna say his name because he's a good channel. I like the dude. I like what he has to say, right? But I was just like, I can't ride on this one, man. I cannot ride on this one. But that's just like my channel shit. People, you can't ride with everything. I've never met anybody who's agreed with everything I've said. They've, you know, but hey, man, the beautiful thing about stuff is that you can disagree with somebody in boxing on two things in a row, but you're going to find something that you agree with, you know? You're going to find something you can agree with. I'm going to be interested to see what's going to go on with this Vasily Lomachenko-Linares fight, man. I'm really pulling for Lomachenko now. I am pulling for Lomachenko because that might just tip Golden Boy into desperation mode because they about to lose. Man, they're going to that's going to be a real tough May on them. Bear in the Woods, there's a 20-year-old heavyweight and you call, yeah, Daniel Dubois. We know that. Come on, Bear in the Woods. We know who Daniel Dubois is. He's not a mystery. Daniel Dubois, Anthony Yardy, my man Josh Taylor, Josh Kelly. I mean, you know, Machine Gun Kelly. He goes, Pretty Boy Kelly. Be better with the nickname Machine Gun Kelly. That's a little better than Pretty Boy Kelly. But, you know, I'll change it to Machine Gun Kelly. I like that dude. Now, I mean, I'm going for Lana. I mean, I'll take whoever wins, Pito Fresh Kabar. Whoever wins, wins, man. But it's just tough, dog. If he lost that, dog, that's tough. That's tough on Golden Boy. Tough on Golden Boy. But at least they got that fight this month. If they hadn't set it up, because there isn't going to be any replay with the Canelo fight. Because there ain't gonna be no Canelo fight. Oh, Patrick Blaine says shit's a wrap for them. Yeah. True Down Mexican, what's good, man? Yeah, it's lunchtime for real, man. Hey, trying to do it real quick on this lunchtime. I said, man, like I do those videos, man. I do the videos. I'm like, please hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon, because we never know when they're going to be. But we'd very much like to have you. Now we got 117 people in the house having a good boxing conversation. The Truth said, Lawrence Okoye, yeah, man, I like him. I saw him fight in his last. Saw him fight. I think I saw that fight. It might have ended. I might have had a bad stream. Hey, Kevin Gosby says, smash that like button. That's for nine. GGG and Charlo. Hurd walks down. Oh, GGG and Charlo. Yeah, that's what I'd like, Kevin Gosby. And Charlo, Hurd walks down Charlo. I mean, Hurd, damn, I'm just thinking instead of reading. Hurd walks down Lara. Yeah, no doubt, dog. Oh, EQ, your estimate of Wilder Joshua pay-per-view numbers? I couldn't tell you. Oh, Joshua Wilder pay-per-view numbers. Oh, I think it could do 1 million. If they promote it right, I think it could do 1 million. Because Deontay Wilder is really getting his name and spreading a lot off this last fight. And yeah, I think it could do 1 million pay-per-view. I think it could do as well as Canelo Alvarez versus I think it could do as well as Canelo Alvarez versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And that did 1 million pay-per-views. I don't know. I don't think it's going to do 2-3 million pay-per-views, but it should do really, really well, dog. I would think it would do really well. And it would do that in the United States. And you probably do over 1 million in the UK if you have it in the United. But the only thing with American pay-per-view is it's going to have to be in America, because if they try to do that shit at 5 o'clock in the evening on a Saturday, it's not going to work. You're going to lose a lot. You're going to lose a lot of people, because for those pay-per-views to go well, you got to have like kind of a party atmosphere. Aaron Smith says, shout out for Fanon, bro. You putting in the work. Yeah, for real, brother. Hey, man, I'm a workaholic, man. I just check my email here. I got a couple agreements that I'm working on. I'll take care of those as the day goes along, man. But I'm pretty much always trying to do something, man. If I don't work, I start eating. If I ain't got nothing to do, I'm gonna start eating, and that ain't cool. Right now, as long as I'm talking, I ain't got a plate of food in my face. Get up in the morning, walk. But I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, I want to grow the channel, man. I really do enjoy this, man. I definitely want to grow the channel. I want to get more. I want it to get more and more people, who enjoy boxing and can be polite to one another, and be respectful to one another and mature. Typically dudes who are older than 30. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I do 20-minute videos, 20 to 30-minute videos. Because I'm like, you know what? There's not a lot of 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are going to sit and listen to a 21-minute video. You can always tell where they are, because they'll be like, this channel would be perfect if you would cut it down. Give it to me in 5 minutes, just 5 to 7 minutes. That's my sweet spot. I'm like, nah, man, you're not my demographic, Holmes. If you can't sit still for 20 fucking minutes and listen to somebody talk, I'm not too interested in you, man. I'm not interested in, because I would take quality over quantity any day of the week, dog. I don't want, if you can't last 20 minutes, if you can't listen to 20-minute conversation, no thanks. I'll holler at you. Oh, Darby said, I do for 9. I'm 18. That's what's up. Hey, man, I can roll with you, Darby. I can roll with you. At 18, I can roll with you. I can roll with you. But then, see, you start talking, try to give, untold Lakes, I'm 95. I see how it is, though. Oh. Hey, 25, you close. You're getting there, dog. You're getting there, dog. Oh, Tyler said 5 to 7 minutes. Minutes, your sweet spot. Pause. Exactly. Hey, dog. I'm straight, dog. Yeah, Detroit one of short attention spans, man. I mean, but that's you, man. And honestly, man, I mean, how am I gonna how are you just gonna do the same thing everybody else does, dog? I mean, there's a lot. Oh, Beverly Rose said I do too for not. I'm 20. Man, Beverly, you're 20 years old. Wow. I'm not even, it's against my rule to even have conversations with 21-year-old women, 20-year-old women. So I can no longer speak to you as you go on, dog. I have like a strict rule. A guy my age ain't even supposed to be having a conversation with, unless you're a coworker and you've anybody under 40, under 35 years old, dog. Oh man. Fanon, scroll up, Denard Reed. Hey, but I respect you, Beverly Rose, all day. Denard Reed, Fanon, Deontay Wilder won the March Madness because his fight with Ortiz was exciting. And when Ass Juice fight came, Wilder's name was blowing up like crazy before and still after and going now. Now, yeah, he won the whole thing. He won the last two. He won the last two. He won the last two. Oh, yeah, Beverly Rose said, I'm in the mind. That's my job. Yeah, exactly. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, you at work. I can talk to you. Oh, man. Well, where is that, man? I'm sorry, man. Beverly Rose had me laughing. Fanon, is there any way you can take Lara? Any way you can see Lara taking the size and pressure from Hurd? Yeah. If he can keep moving, but he's old. That's the problem, dog. He's old. He's old. And it's going to be tough, dog. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. But it's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it, man. But Hurd, man, if Hurd did show me something up against Trout. That wasn't no joke the way that dude walked that dude down like that. That was that was brutal. That was just brutal. he just walked like, all right, I'm done with all of this. I'm just walking straight through you. You can't do anything to me. Aaron Smith said, man, y'all got age on your side, guys. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I've lived this long. I've lived this long. That's why, I'm just, I'm cool with kids. I'm not kids. I'm just, look, man, I just don't want to get into a lot of drama. For nine, like my no conversation legislation. What do you mean? Let me see. I don't get that. Bear in the Woods. Okay, that was not for me. This has been a good live stream, man. I'm enjoying this. Came late. My internet messed up. Oh, damn, Jones. I'm sorry, man, to hear that, man. Team Lara 1-2 says 1-2. So we got two ladies in the house, man. See, this is when my channel's doing well. Because I got Beverly Rose and 1-2. I had female fight fan thumb me up. Got Ashley's corner. That's what's up. Because women, by and large, ain't listening to a bunch of dumb shit. Gregory Wyatt, I said by and large, not completely, but by and large. Gregory Wyatt Barrett, okay, that's not for me. Great comeback. What's the comeback for Beverly Rose? I got it. Oh, I'm in the mods. That's my job. Yeah, thank you. All right. Turn the Jodeci on them. Oh, man, it's funny. We have ladies here. Now be respectful, gents. Exactly. Oh, man. That seems like the news Joshua and Wilder have come. Seems that the news is Joshua. Nah, man, Haplotype, they ain't coming to no terms, man. I guarantee you that ain't the truth. They had not come to terms. But, oh, 1-2 said, awesome. You guys are awesome for 9. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm telling you, man, I like that, though. I like that a lot. But yeah, no, man, they keep saying they agreed to terms. That's so fucking corny ass. I'm sorry, man. I never really wanted to criticize this dude, so I'm not going to name his name, but he gives interviews, and he's named for a character out of Do the Right Thing. Man, dude, that's some corny shit, man. Don't be putting in your title that somebody agrees to terms, man. All right, because then everybody got to sit there and say, he agreed to the terms. He agreed to the terms. He didn't agree to nobody's damn terms. He didn't agree to nobody's terms, man. But hey, man, sometimes people read my titles. On YouTube, you only got a certain amount of characters, dude, for your title. You know what I mean? Did you say, yeah, do the right thing? Dog. You only got so many you only got so many words in your title, dog, in in YouTube. I try my best to make it accurately reflect what's in the video. You know what I mean? I try my best, but sometimes, you just really can't do it, you know? And then you don't want to title it something and nobody's interested in, and then nobody will watch it. So what's the purpose of making a video? But there's anyway, man. No, they've not come to terms yet, man. These dude Anthony Joshua was just saying, well, maybe what we should do is I visit the United States, get the lay of the land, sit down with Al Heyman, sit down to these people and see, if we can make something happen. That's real. I mean, I don't have any problem with that, man. Honestly, man, I think that's pretty true. I mean, I think that most of what Anthony Joshua said in that statement, I was okay with on the real. Oh man, Pito Freshkabar says AJ's trolling like 6'9". Hey, that boy better calm down. 6. You talking about that rapper with all that shit look like Bozo the Clown? The dude looked like the clown with all that shit and all that, like, he looked like a crayon box. Is that 6'9" you talking about? Oh, AJ is 6'9". Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that. What's the dude? The Mexican dude would look like somebody played Scrabble on his face and got all kind of like Scrabble and crayon and all kind of shit going on. The one that was on the Breakfast Club. Yeah, the Skittles. Yeah, him. That shit. Doug, that dude, hey man. Oh no, haplotype. Take it with a grain of salt, but it's being put out there. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Skittles. Yeah, dude needs to calm down, dog, or he's not gonna be around long, dog. A rapper troll. Oh, Denar Reed, scroll up. Yeah, Denar Reed be saying, scroll up. Okay, yes, sir. Fanon, Ticket TV is reporting right now as we speak, in Deontay Wilder accepted the terms to fight Ass Juice in Great Britain. I have to see that. I've read, I mean, I don't, okay. I'll suspend judgment and I'll read it. But I'm telling you, man, I'm on this news. And unless something pops out, and I don't know what that means. Okay, Wilder's manager to Joshua. All right, let me read through this. All right. So this is what he's talking about. And let's go through this. All right. Yeah, all right. So Deontay Wilder has accepted Anthony Joshua's challenge and is ready to take him on in Wembley this summer, according to Wilder's manager, Shelly Finkel, who has confirmed a blockbuster heavyweight unification bout is edging closer. Joshua beat Parker in Cardiff. Blah, blah. Okay, Okay, Finkel told Graves of the Telegraph, we're glad that Anthony Joshua said for the first time, I will fight Deontay next, and we believe he's a man of his word. Deontay accepts the challenge. We want to make it public that Deontay wants to fight, that we're prepared to come over or meet here and get the deal done. Deontay is ready to sign and come to the UK to fight this summer. We're ready. Let's do it. And anyway, unification fights always trump mandatories. Unification between Wilder and Joshua would push the mandatories back. Assuming it will be in Wembley Stadium this summer, we are ready. And if they are ready, then as they say they are, then we can get it done. We want the fight. They want the fight. The public wants the fight. There's nothing to stop it from going ahead. Joshua taunted Wilder. Okay. Without being, okay, this Britisher said, does he need more than I need? Yes. Without being big-headed, that's 100%. He needs British boxing. He's bigger here than he is in the United States because of us. You have to look at him and ask, what does he really want it? I've got no issue fighting anyone. And if you look through my record to 21 fights, there hasn't been any issue with fighting anyone. There's no fear. It has to happen soon. Okay. Those are some good words. All right, so that's what he's talking about, and that was that kickboxing scene. Yeah, maybe about an hour ago. Okay. Now that's Shelly Finkel. Right, that's Shelly Finkel. What Shelly Finkel is saying is, yeah, So I'm glad it's basically a retort, right? No, nothing's confirmed because they haven't sat down and talked. They said, let's talk, right? And Deontay Wilder is willing to come to the UK. And I think they said, did they say something about 60-40 split in here? Would accept the 60-40 split. There you go. Now that's going to be the hurdle. 60-40. Why would you deserve 60-40? Right? So that's not, I got that. All right, cool. So that is what it is. I kind of think that's more of the same though. You know what I mean? I kind of think that's the same, more of the same. Because that's Shelly Finkel, the manager. Now, you know what Eddie Hearn said? Eddie Hearn said that he can't deal with Shelly Winkle, right? So they're going to have to take their Eddie Hearn's going to have to change his posture and decide that he's going to talk to Shelly Winkle, right? So we'll see. Angel Rosado, what's going on? Fanon, I just tuned in. Whatever happened to Canelo fight? Is it a wrap? Is AJ serious or being a clown when they ask him? He's stud shut and he stuttered up and it looked like he didn't have any answer. Yeah, well, Canelo answers fight's going to be canceled. If not officially announced it, Angel, it's going to be canceled. They don't have enough time to go through that proceeding because they don't even have the hearing until April 18th. All of the they've stopped selling tickets. They've stopped promoting the fights. My rumor is that they've offered refunds to people for the fight. So if they're giving out the refunds, HBO doesn't have it on its schedule anymore. The partner for the movie theater isn't what do you call it? They're for the closed circuit TV people, aren't going through aren't promoting the fight. Then it's going to be, you can say, yeah, it could be pushed back, right? But it's not going to happen on the 5th. And if it doesn't happen on the 5th, you might as well consider it canceled. Because when are they going to, it's Cinco de Mayo, right? That's where they're going to get their money. They're going to get their money on Cinco de Mayo. So Canelo's only going to want that fight on May 5th or the weekend of September 16th. Those are the weekends that you get. Those are the weekends where you get that money. Felix Colazo said, Fanon, 78 Sports TV made a video about Thurman to Top Rank rumors. What do you think of runtime if he chose that path? I mean, I saw the video. I listened to 78 Sports TV's video, and I agree with a lot of what he said. I mean, if he would be doing that, it would be kind of kill two birds with one stone. Number one, it would get him closer to maybe a Manny Pacquiao fight if he could get it. A Terrence Crawford fight, even though Jeff Horn, I don't think is going to be with Top Rank. He'll be with Duco. But it could get him closer to those fights. And also, since two of those PBC fights are mandated, that could open up pretty much the ability for Keith Thurman to pick anybody in the welterweight division to fight, provided that Bob Arum is willing to work with the PBC on those mandatory. But it's a mandatory. Those are mandatory. So, they got no real shit. That could even put Bob Arum in a position to try to win purse bids. My only issue with that, with how it would work with Top Rank is, they're going to put all these fights on ESPN for Keith Thurman. It just doesn't seem like there's a lot of money on those ESPN fights. They're going to have to put it on that ESPN Plus app, right? And we'll see how that pans out. I don't want to have to pay for that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to pay him for that stuff. But it is what it is, man. But I think the question's already answered about what he's trying to do relative to Errol Spence. He don't seem like he wanted. But the dude can fight. So I mean, like I said, I agreed a lot. I didn't really have much argument at all, if any at all, with 78 Sports TV's take on that, to be honest. The only difference I would have had is, that I don't see how they're going to pay for those fights on ESPN. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying. Marlo Stanisfield, give me a line, mate. You had me rolling when I saw that. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's my take on that. Gregory Wyatt, for now, we should only recognize one sanctioning body as legitimate with 12 weight classes on only 12 belts. This approach would alleviate the alphabet soup effort. Yeah, if they could just get rid of, in the US, I don't know how you fix that stuff, man. That shit is just so muddled up. It's just so muddled up that if you don't have any belts, then you could really have people getting not being able to get fights. Fewer sanctioned belts means fewer title fights, which means fewer big name fights for boxers, which means you also have to adjust what you consider to be important in a fight, right? If you think a good fight between two people that you know are good fighters is what you want to see, then that could be a good thing because you can get did you get my mail about the bag? Ben, I'll go check it. I'll check it. I haven't checked that email yet. I'll check it out again. I'll go through it because I got like a bunch of emails all of a sudden off that email. So I got to go through it. Anyway. Black Ham TV. What's good, man? Oh, Bear in the Woods. The fight should be held in the UK, but 50-50 is fair. They should get an equal say on the officials' ring size, gloves. AJ should walk out first and be in the red corner as he has more belts. If they want to do it in the UK, that's fine. Whatever, man. I don't like those refs. You know what I mean? I don't like those refs at all. That ref stuff, man. Like, God dog, that ref. For now, next stream, don't play them games. I will set you up. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I got that stuff you gave me. But you know what, man? My stream came in cool as soon as I set myself to my 5G network, man. I just didn't have. I used the second computer that I hadn't used since I had upgraded my Wi-Fi. Mark Pinkerton, Fanon, with Canelo on the shelf, Golden Boy praying for Lara to win. You know that. They have a lot of young talent, but can they stay afloat till their prospects are ready? Interesting. Yeah, I'm sure they can stay afloat, but it's just going to be. It's just it's not going to be. It's not going to be what it is if you got Canelo Alvarez, knocking off $130 million fight. You know what I mean? It's not. That's got to be a considerable amount of their year. You know what I mean? But hey, man, if he played nice with shit, just fucking kiss and make up with the PBC and Al Heyman, man. You shouldn't have went with that damn lawsuit so long, man, because you can still put on the fights. They got promoters, all kind of promoters working with them. I don't see what to keep them from fighting on one of your cards. If you're not locked in to HBO, where HBO has the right of first refusal for your fighters, but if they can't work it out and it goes to HBO, I think there's this from the outside looking in, obviously from the outside looking in. He just doesn't seem to be that flexible, man. I think that's probably his biggest issue. Fanon, thanks for your last video. Well said, right on point, man. Oh, I'm not sure if you're talking about the one with them fighting in Vegas. I think that's just I don't get why they wouldn't do it in Vegas, even if they could do really well in the UK. You're not going to get the gate has got to be the thing that separates it in the UK financially. It has to be, because the pay-per-view in the UK is going to be the same, if not higher, because you got 80,000 people or whatever that can't go to the fight. Right? So your pay-per-view in the UK is going to be high, but you get a bigger gate in the US, and you might get a big pay-per-view in the US. Right now, Joshua's fights are not on pay-per-view in the United States. You know what I mean? If he fought in the US, that would be a pay-per-view fight. Wilder versus Joshua in the US should be pay-per-view. At least how I see it. If you look at, I'm sure when they do the numbers that they can figure that out if what my assumption is true. But it just seems like from the outside looking in, and once again, I'm going to tell you from the outside looking in, it just seems to me that would be the smarter thing to do. But like I said, man, if the first thing first, they got to sit down and go through the numbers. You know what I mean? The truth said Golden Boy needs Richard Schaefer back. Oh, man. Man, he just stay, man. They pissing in the wind, dog. Pissing in the wind. Aaron by now, I'm totally unbiased, but the UK is more money. No, the UK is not more money. Aaron, the UK is not even, all things equal, the UK is nowhere near the money. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near the money. Dave Duncan not doing 80K gate in the US, but you don't have to. You can get more money off of a 16,000 gate at the T-Mobile Arena than you could in doing anything in you could fill up Wembley Stadium twice. You could fill up Wembley Stadium. Look at this. I'm just going to do this right for you guys so you know, okay? And you can do the same Google search. I dare, and forgive me, I'm going to get out the comment section for a minute. I'm going to watch this. Canelo Alvarez. This is the Canelo Alvarez's gate. Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. Gate. Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez's gate was $27 million. There's a $27 million gate for Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. I'm not even going to go to the Mayweather McGregor, which was $55 million, or the $72 million gate for Mayweather Pacquiao. But Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez gate was $27 million in Vegas. I'm going to now do the gate for Vladimir Klitschko and Joshua gate. Their gate will generate the British gate receipts for the 90,000 seat sellout in post-war British record will generate 8 million pounds. So 8 million pounds, I already do the conversion for you, is $13 million. You have Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin on 16,000 people did $27 million gate. On 90,000 people, Joshua Klitschko did 13. Last time I checked, 13 times 2 is 26. It's twice as big. I mean, but that's just real. The only question is, can they get the tuck? Can they sell out? But it's honestly, man, for real. I'm not making it up. That's just what it is. I mean, you don't have $20 seats. You don't have $20 seats in Vegas. You know what I mean? You got $150. You got $100 nosebleed seats. You got $100,000 ringside seats. It's just what it is, man. Yeah, plus getting the gambling, man. Vegas got the bag, dog. It's just what it is. And it's not, I'm not trying to insult anybody. It does wear very loyal very loyal fans in the UK. And guess what will happen with those very loyal rich ones? Those very loyal rich UK fans will jump on planes and come to Vegas, and they will gamble, and they will buy, and they will spend gigantic sums of money to get into that fight, just like Ricky Hatton people did. That's why Ricky Hatton came there. Ricky Hatton ain't never made that much money. For now, I understand perfectly well, but from Team AJ point of view, Wilder is not doing the numbers you're talking about. Wilder is not pay-per-view in America. Dude, he's not pay-per-view yet in America. That fight is a pay-per-view fight. But okay. Okay. If you don't think so, you don't think so. Pay-per-view is very rare in the United States right now. There's nobody other than Canelo Alvarez that's really doing pay-per-view. That's it. There is no And most of the pay-per-view going on with HBO is because they don't feel like paying it. It's not like they're doing big numbers pay-per-view. But if you get a big fight like Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, something of a lot of interest that generates a lot of interest, you can get 1 million pay-per-views. If you get 1 million pay-per-view buys at $90 a pop, that's $90 million, man. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, yeah, here in UK, Mayweather McGregor did well at 3 a.m. And Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Shit. That's gonna do well in the UK at 3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all be up watching that too. US pay-per-views, $70 on the low side. Yeah, it's just a lot of money, man. So they believe you know what, UK Kingsley? They know there's a reason to fight here. They just don't, if they just don't want to fight Wilder here. That's the thing. If this was somebody, at least this is my belief, if this was somebody they thought that they could beat, they'd be over here in a heartbeat. That's why they talked about fighting Jarrell Miller in the United States. It's not like they're not they know this. If they fight Jarrell Miller in Atlantic City, you know what I mean? If they fight him in Atlantic City, that's another big gambling place, Atlantic City. If they fought him in Atlantic City, they still have probably still have just as big a gate, because an $13 million gate. Address what point? You said this point. What point? We all stay up. Oh, you get 5 million pay-per-view from UK? No, you don't. Hell no, you don't get 5 million pay-per-view from the UK. You got a 1 million pay-per-view for Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua. You are not getting 5 million pay-per-views in the UK. Hell no. Hell no. The pay-per-view record for the UK is 1.1 million. Klitschko Joshua pay-per-view. They did 1.1. I mean, maybe I'm missing this. Pay-per-view numbers for Joshua Klitschko are bloody staggering. And this shit is, it ain't nobody from the US talking about bloody staggering. Yeah, dude, look. Roughly 1.5 million. They did 1.5 million. That's it. They did Klitschko Joshua did 1.5 million. Why in the world would you think that it would be 5 times bigger or 4 times bigger than Vladimir Klitschko Joshua? You guys are gonna do 1.5 million, and I do believe Takam was like 1.1 million. We'll see what Joseph Parker does. But hell no, it ain't no 5 million pay-per-view buys, man. It ain't remotely close to 5 million pay-per-view buys. I mean, the money's just not there, dude. You got 64 million people in your country. You got 64 million people in your country. The United States got 360 million. I mean, it's pushing 5 times bigger. It's just a lot more people. There's a lot more money. It's just what it is. I mean, it ain't my money. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to just make it up. I ain't just making it up for the hell of saying, go USA. I'm just telling you the truth. You say, yeah, AJ has maxed out his potential here with sponsorships may increase, but where else can he go? Look, man, I'm just trying to tell you to fight, man. I don't talk about his sponsorships. If he wants to date, I'll tell you, my advice is, if you want to keep your fights, if you want to keep your sponsorships, don't fight Deontay Wilder. Fight Josh, fight people you know you can beat. And that's what, let's just be real, that's kind of what they're doing. They're going to fight people that, until I see otherwise, they're going to fight who they want. They're going to fight who they can beat. Or if he looks suspect enough, like he really looks suspect, and the interest starts to wane, then you'll see the fight. But if he wants to keep his sponsorships, that he already has. But if he wants to go for the gusto, fight Deontay Wilder, knock Deontay Wilder out. You knock Deontay Wilder out, you there, dog. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, what's up? Empow, my man. I see that, MP. You still in there, MP? Yeah. So it is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is. But look, man, I'm on my lunchtime live stream. I got to start to bounce in a second. Oh, man, they're going to come, man. I mean, let's just not take Deontay Wilder out of the picture. He'd already be here. Okay. They can count, man. They're not in business. They're not in business for, to fight in gigantic crowds for the hell of having everybody see him. If it wasn't for Deontay Wilder, he might already be here. You know what I mean? I mean, you're going to pop out the top of the UK, man. I mean, it's just what it is. And I believe the purses that they're paying, that Eddie Matchroom's paying, is about 50%. It's about 50% of the total revenue of the fight. They're sinking money into Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? They're sinking money into him. They're investing in him. They're spending money on him, at least from what I can see. And like I said, man, this is my opinion. This is not, dead set facts. It's just my opinion. Bud Lee says, salute to Fan and all the good people here in the live chat. Wanted to have a good day, people. Back to work. Yeah, man. I'm a finesse boxer. I keep him right in front with my jab. That's what's up. Yeah, but Anthony Joshua got to do what Anthony Joshua is. Like I said, I want to see the fight. I got on a dude for a couple things that he said, that just sound real suspect, like you're going to freeze somebody out and acting like the guy really doesn't want the fight when there's nothing about this situation. He just fought Luis Ortiz and he didn't have to. He was going to go to Russia to fight Povetkin. Why wouldn't he want to fight you? That's just, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense to me. But, hey, man, people can do them, man. Fanon, you think LT Green, do you think AJ has reached his ceiling as boxing talent? I don't think so, no. No, I don't see that. He's got some. I wouldn't make that assessment because honestly, man, I'm not good enough with judging what's going on in the ring. That's really not my. As far as what somebody needs to do to get better, I don't think he's very athletic. That's I think his biggest problem is that he's not very athletic. And I don't know. I don't think he can become. I don't think he can become any more athletic. You know what I mean? And so when a lot of people talk about Deontay Wilder, that's one thing that I get, man. You keep looking at his form, and it's like they keep skipping over his athleticism. It's like, do you not see that this dude is very fast and that he moves very well and that he is very long and he does hit very hard? It's like when some people look at these things, it's like I actually heard this dude, that remind me, the channel I like talked about how even though Anthony Joshua didn't look that good against Joseph Parker, right? He did what he needed to do, but it's not like Deontay Wilder is Joseph Parker. They don't fight anything like each other. And Joseph Parker has an extensive amateur background. And I'm like, shit, did Joseph Parker win an Olympic bronze medal? Does anybody know if Joseph Parker won an Olympic bronze medal? Or did he medal in the Olympics? Because I know that Deontay Wilder medaled in the Olympics. That seems like a pretty damn good hey, Darby, what's going on, man? It's a lot of unhidden by. What's going on, man? What's all this? Who the fuck hit all these people? Hey man, Michael Collins is a guy that is not going to be a moderator anymore. What the fuck was that about, dude? I'm sorry, man. You're bugging, dude. Because you got people who are just, yeah, that was a dude. Yep, that's what you get. Okay. Yeah, I let a troll in here. Obviously, a troll suckered me and got their shit. Michael Collins. I'm sorry. I will make sure that I get this dude and I block Michael Collins. No worries. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. That's my fault. I will be finding you Michael Collins and you will be done. Collins didn't leave a comment. Let me find your page. You're a funny guy. You're a very, very funny guy, dude. Hey, if you see Michael Collins comment, block this dude, man. Oh, fuck. I got a troll. And I got to figure out how to block Michael Collins. Fuck. This is unfortunate. We got somebody that found a way to fuck up the live stream. Congratulations, Michael Collins. That was cute, man. I got a troll. Got a troll fucking stuff up. All right, I'll find Michael Collins and I will make sure. Not leaving a comment. No, he won't comment. That's okay. We'll get it. Not difficult because you know there's a beautiful thing about YouTube. Oh, it's no worry. We'll get him. Do. Oh, I just got to go to my page and I'll find my moderators. Sorry, guys. This was a bit of a headache. Yeah, I think I got a hacker. I think I got a hacker. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Let me just figure out how to find moderators. Okay. Remove a moderator. I'm sorry, guys. This is really unfortunate. But I found it. We got to look for my list of moderators. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's kind of breaking the system here. This guy's being a jackass. Fuck. Okay. Shit. Moderator list. Oh, shit. Is he still doing it? Fuck. Well, you know what? I was probably going to end my stream now. All right, fuck. I got to come back to the stream because I can't see how to do it just off this. And it's kind of unfair to go through this during the middle of a live stream. Hey, guys, I'm going to duck out of here and I'll be back because I'm going to figure out how to get rid of this Michael Collins guy who's being a jackass. I'm so sorry. I'll end it and reboot. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks. Peace. I'll figure it out. All right. Peace.